Hey guys, I'm back with another video. First of all, I gotta say I'm sorry that I didn't post for the past few days. My laptop had a problem and I was so freaking busy this week. But I'm back now, and as some of you requested, we're gonna have a guide on how to do the hard stages of the Sword of the Wizard King event. So from now you got less than 2 weeks left to grind and get lots of these enchantment stones, rare and legendary one from the hard stages. So we're gonna do the hard stages over here, and to be honest, this is a little bit challenging, the stages, especially the fifth one, which we're gonna talk about. So I'm gonna do stage 3, 4 and 5, and with the team that we're gonna have over here, you can easily clear the first 2 stages as well. So we'll start with stage 3. The main thing over here is this one, this defender enemy that we have over here. Because of his fortify buff, he reduces damage taken, and that might be a little bit challenging to beat this stage. That's why there are a few teams that we can select. One, obviously, on an honorable mention, if you have Lumiere, just pick him and you can do all the stages, almost one-shot the enemy, depending on how you build your Lumiere. But even if not, then you can beat the stage for sure. So this will be a really good team with Lumiere. Obviously, Gifso and Sally will buff him up, and then Sekre is good for the barrier and also gives SP to Lumiere so that you can launch his ult faster. So this will be a great team for Lumiere. And if you don't have Lumiere for like any reason, you can still use the new Wizard Kings, Jester and Conrad. Everyone already has these two, so make sure you max them out. I haven't yet. It doesn't matter, max them out, and you can use this team to beat the stages. It'll be more time consuming and harder, obviously, because Conrad is in a disadvantage over here because he's a purple character. But just letting you know, you can do this, and instead of Conrad, you can use other main DPS in the game. Like, again, if you want Lumiere, it's better to go with the other one, but you can still use Lumiere in this team as well. And this Noel, Ivan, Julius, any other main DPS character that you got, you can replace Conrad with your main DPS character, and that way you can beat this stage. And one main thing that you need to consider in this stage is the enemy, as I said, because you want to make sure that the enemy doesn't get buffed. So instead of using the ult of Jester, you're gonna use the combined attack of Jester, because with this one you inflict buff immunity on the enemy, and that way they can't increase their defense, they can have the reduced damage taken or anything else, and then you can deal more damage. So that's the main thing over here. You're gonna use the combined skill of Jester, and then you're gonna use the ult of Charlotte after that, because the ult also ignores 30% of enemy's defense. That's why this is an extra buff that you can get, and reduce damage taken by 54%, which is obviously more than Jester. That's why it's good to do combined attack Jester, ult Charlotte, and then second skill of, like, it's Sally's turn, so you'll do the ult, and the second skill of Conrad to gain the keys, and then the second round will be like regular attack of Jester, and then the second skill of Charlotte, so that you can use this on Jester so that he'll gain SPs. You'll get 2 SPs with this one. If you have the skill page of Charlotte, you'll get 3 SPs, but if you don't have it, it's fine. I don't have it, and I mean, doesn't matter, you can still clear the stage easily. Use this one so that you can recharge Jester and then use the combined attack again, so that you will inflict debuff, you can inflict buff immunity on the enemy. That's the important thing in this stage, and then you can just go all out with your main DPS. So that's how you can do it. But this will be a better team for sure, and that's what I'm gonna use for this stage and other stages as well. So this will be the team, and I'll talk about it in the battle itself. So let's just start. As I said, this enemy in the middle is the main target of yours, so if you have Jester, make sure that you inflict buff immunity on this one. So that, yeah, like this, so he can't use fortified, as I mentioned. But if you don't use Jester, it's still fine. I mean, Asta doesn't care what the enemy does, he's just that good. and I'll probably fast forward this stage. You just want to use the ult of the Witch Queen so that the anti-magic of Asta is activated, and then just do the ult and kind of one-shot the enemy one by one. So the main one is done, and then as I said, we're just gonna use the second skill of Charlotte so that we can gain SPs faster and then do the ult faster as well, and then we'll eventually clear this stage. And it's also good for the second enemy, go with the attacker one, this one on the right, because obviously, well, he's an attacker and attacks heavier than this one. So just to have your team safer, you want to attack the right enemy first. But I mean, doesn't matter. Again, in the end, it's just a matter of time so that you'll finish this stage. It's super weird that my Witch Queen died. I should have done the second skill of Asta to increase defense, but I don't care, to be honest. I mean, we're gonna win this match. But if you have your Witch Queen or any of your characters dead, it's just restart the game like this stage and then do it again to make sure you clear it. You just have to do it once, right? But I mean, doesn't matter. As you can see, we're done with him with the next attack. Why isn't the anti-magic activating? Come on. Okay, finally done. Stage 4 is actually easier. It's funny because, you know, you have Conrad, and any other type of character that you have would have an advantage over him except Lumiere, but still Lumiere can one-shot him, like maybe like 2 shots, to be fair. But anyway, this is also an easy one, way easier than the previous stage, like faster, to be honest, because there's just one enemy. Like the whole team building thing over here is that you need to have supporters like Sully, like Vengeance to support your main DPS, and then the rest is just regular gameplay. He silences you, which doesn't matter. So you're gonna do the ult of Witch Queen and Black Asta at first just to deal the damage, and then the second turn you want to make sure that you lift defense. So do the reduced damage taken of Charlotte, and then do this one again, reduced damage taken of Vengeance, because he's going to launch an ult. That's why it's good to have some defense up so that you'll take less damage. See, the ult and no damage at all. Done. Not even the ult, just the first skill of Asta and he's dead. And Conrad, you're nothing. Okay, finally, the 5th stage. This is going to be the hardest one, obviously, and so annoying, especially with this stupid boss in the middle. He lifts barrier, so you need to have Black Asta or even the Black Divider or anyone that can, you know, ignore the barrier. I still think this is the best team, so let's just start quickly. First wave, again, you want to do the same thing that you've done in the previous stages and beat the enemies one by one. And then we're gonna move to the second wave, which will be the tricky part again. I mean, not tricky, doesn't matter, like nothing super complicated over there. You just have to make sure that you deal lots of damage and stay alive. And funny thing, you can see my characters over here, 110, 110, 110. So they're not maxed out. Only my Asta is 125. And just wanted to let you know that obviously the higher the better. So make sure that you level them up, have proper build on them. I don't even have a proper build on my Charlotte. I'll show all the build later on at the end of the video, but just letting you know that even with like basic amount of level up of the characters that you have, you can still beat the stages. Like that's the main thing that I want to mention, because like as an F2P, as the name of the channel shows, I'm not spending on this game. Like everything is F2P. I'm just trying to enjoy the game and let you guys know what kind of experience I have and how I can help you guys with just like regular gameplay and how you can still clear most of the challenges and have fun too. Okay, over here, as I said, he lifts up barrier, like almost 250k barrier with like almost 500 HP. That's a lot of damage you have to deal, and it's good that we have everyone full. You know, the SPs are full. So let's just do this one. Asta will ignore defense, increase attack of Asta, and well, I'll just lift up defense for now so that I can do the ult of Witch Queen and then the ult of Asta, and we'll see if we can one-shot the enemy, the big bad boss. Yep, easy. Okay, so that's the main thing, like you need to beat this one and then the rest is just same as the previous wave. It's just a matter of time, as I mentioned. And finally done. Nice. Alright, let me show you my build of the characters just quickly. My Asta is the highest power character that I have at the moment, and skill page I have it like level 1, everything else is maxed. And for the gears I'm using 2 sets of defense and attack, and main stat is defense and small ones attack. Over here again defense, defense, and some crit rate. So if I could, I would increase the crit rate and crit damage more. The rest I'm pretty okay with it. And vengeance, nothing really special on my vengeance, to be honest. Like no skill page, everything else is just level 1 or 2. I don't know why I didn't update them yet. You know, like no level up over here. I should do it later on, but I'm just showing you what I have at the moment and how I beat this stage. Everything else just regular like pieces, nothing transcend or increased level. Over here as well, just 1 LR. The rest is regular. And Charlotte, she's even worse, like no skill page. I just put this on random for the 5% max HP. I leveled up these skills, but then again, gear wise, like normal stuff, nothing really special. Witch Queen though, like everything here is just level 1. I have her skill page, and also for the gear I'm using Taylor. So 4 set of Taylor so that you can grant the SB buff, like a guaranteed SB buff at your start of your turn, so that you can use the ult and activate the anti-magic of Asta. But stat wise, everything is just like a normal upgrade, so nothing really crazy over here. I guess the main thing is that you have a great main DPS and some other characters that can support your main DPS, and that's how you can clear the stage. And then after that, obviously you're just gonna do dispatch over here and you're done. That's it guys, thank you for watching, hope it was helpful. Let me know down in the comment sections if you have any questions. I'll try to help as much as I can. Till next video, have fun and stay tuned.